Hello and welcome to the Independent Broadcast Network. I'm Winners with the One. I'm here with Aila, and we are hopefully about to get started with the EHQML finals. And that will take place here shortly, hopefully, between the Blue Bunnies and the Steel Washers. We have been having delicate international negotiations over which server to use based on what is the best ping. And I think that those negotiations have finally borne fruit. Hopefully we are on the correct server. We're staying here, I think. And we are ready to get started. And, oh, yes, here we go. And that's when you know you've arrived as a big-time esport, is when you have 15 minutes of bitching about ping before the games actually start. So, and this is big-time esport that we are bringing you here this afternoon on IBN. We watched the Steel Washers yesterday, a game that you can see on the IBN Casting YouTube, or a series, that is, a best of three, much like this one, where the Steel Washers defeated Migo team to get here. And, wow, we are underway. Okay, great. And so the lineups, we'll look at them here. For the Steel Washers, it is going to be Grin, Bure, Panda, and Kunix. They will be in red. For the Blue Bunnies, they are in blue. Oddly enough, it is Riki, Okaz, Ark, and Jobson. And this will be a best of three. And what a save to start things off there, as Ark had to make a big stop at point blank range to get things going. The Blue Bunnies getting in and being pretty much the strongest team throughout the season from what we have seen of EHQML action. And so they would probably be the favorites to win on paper. However, we saw a very strong performance yesterday from the Steel Washer team. They had to fight off a late charge by Migo team, who did a dramatic come from behind in game two of the best of three to force it to 3 games, and really fought hard. But this Steel Washer team has some guys that can score goals. You'll want to be looking for Panda and Bure. They are the forwards, and they will be looking to make a bunch of noise in front of the net. Speaking of in front of the net, here's one finally launched out as Blue Bunnies were converging on that, looking to get something going with it. Now down in the corner, this will be taken. That is Ricky. Oh, no, shot is going to just ricochet over the net as they were setting up in the slot for the one-timer. So now they're going to follow this down. And Jobson up there, Panda's going to try to work past him. And he will at least follow this into the corner along with Jobson, who is going to get him going one way and then take him another. A veteran play. So here is Ricky on the pass. Jobson will pick it back up again. And they are just trying to find enough room to set up the offense and get some passing going. And finally they will take it to the neutral zone at least, and this puck's still kind of in contention. Nobody can really get free. Both teams playing each other very closely here in the center of the rink. 1:49 left in the first, still no score. It's kind of a exploratory part of the game as each team is trying to feel each other out a bit. You don't want to overextend too much in the beginning of the finals, but here's a long-distance shot. That had a chance. It went off the post. And now picked up again, Jobson. He will try to switch this over. And here we go, Okaj and Ricky. And now Panda will pick it up. And he moves it through. Bure's going to get a chance to get at this, but Ark will be first on the scene to take the puck. So now Ricky looking up the ice. Okaj is going to try to chase this down on the dump, but Grin there first. So, hopping dangerously in front of the net, right there in the crease. But nothing doing. And nobody's really had a whole lot of room to make shots here just yet, as this is a very strong defense from both these sides. Had a few shots, but nothing of consequence yet, resulting in any sort of points on the board. But with these two teams, that could change quickly. 12 seconds now. And he's got room to fire here. That one's going to go over the net. Almost swooped in to follow in, but not quite. And the Blue Bunnies mounting a late offensive charge. But we will go to the second period of Game 1 with the score tied at 0. And good stuff so far from both teams. Aila?
Yes, Winters.
Sorry, I hadn't had much to talk about here. Strategy? No? Strategy?
The next few minutes are going to be crucial.
I believe they will. As, the second period is when you will probably start seeing things open up a bit. And it will kind of set the stage for the third period. It is just like regular hockey, there are 3 periods. And this, just like hockey, this is Hockey Question Mark, a free-to-play game made by Cryptic Sea that you can find at hockeyquestionmark.com. It is played from the first-person point of view. So although we're looking at it from the nice view that you're seeing high up above here in the announcer's booth, these guys are seeing it from a first-person perspective. I can't even talk. I'm speechless at the finals here. But it is a game with a high skill curve. So these guys are playing at a high level. And this is some of the best players in the world are here on the ice today. And having to clear that one out is Kunix, who's in the net. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. I found out yesterday that I was totally mispronouncing several names, including Herna, which I was calling him Hema. So that's the consequence of casting. I try to get this stuff right the best I can. Oh, coming out big to make the stop and swatting this way down the rink is Ark. Going to make a tough play on the puck there. But now looking in front, this could be a good chance here. Oh, the puck gets away from him. And so the Blue Bunnies not able to capitalize on that. They will pick it back up here at center ice, and Ricky will turn and look for the pass, which is broken up. We're about halfway through regulation of this first game with no score. A bit of a surprise, as both these teams have some really strong offensive players. But, yeah, defense has been the story so far in the early going. So sent down and around. This will be a chance for the Steel Washers as Bure carries it in. He's got Panda with him on the opposite wing. And he will dump it around. Here's a chance for Bure. Oh, blocked! And that was a good opportunity. But again, you see the defense very strong for the Blue Bunnies, as one would expect from a team named after a Vincent Gallo movie. Have you seen that movie? The girl from Big Love does this scene where she does a real life sex act that, well, anyway, we've got other opportunities to talk about that perhaps, but oh, it's just been that kind of game so far, and now the Steel Washers will just try to hang on to this in their own zone. Grin looking for the outlet pass. Gets it. Bure. Nice pass across. Chance here. Panda shot. Oh, it bounces off a stick. And Bure was looking to try to follow up on that. But the deflection kind of kept it away from the stick. And now the Blue Bunnies will send this back around. Okaj now. He will get it to Jobson. Taking it across the middle. He's going to fire from distance. Shoots and scores! Jobson on the long distance shot. Right before the second period ends. Wow.
I am quite impressed.
Me too. And so when we finally get a goal in this epic defensive struggle, and the Blue Bunnies, who many are picking as favorites to win here, will take the first lead of the series. So good stuff there. And now they will get it back down in the Steel Washers zone. They have moved in numbers and now are backing off a bit as Okaj is there. He will get it taken away. Looks like Panda is going to be advancing this, he and Bure. But it is coming back to Ricky. Sent across. And now Jobson will handle it in his own zone. A nifty move to get around Bure, but Panda there to snatch that back up. He'll send it across on a beautiful pass. What a save by Ark! He has stood tall a couple of times here already for the Blue Bunnies. So on the times that he's had to make these, oh, but here's a big save on the other side by Kunix. So neither goalie has had to make a whole lot of stops, but the ones they have so far have been of a high quality. So here is Panda. He will move this in. And again, you'll see he and Bure start working that two-man game. You'll see Grin creep up in there as well. Grin, we saw him play so well in the net yesterday in international play, but he is on defense too. He can get it done on several places on the ice. Now Panda. We watched him score so many goals yesterday. I think that one game he had, I don't know, something like 8 goals in one game. It's ridiculous. But here's one sent across. Okaj shoots and scores, as he had plenty of time to handle that puck all the way, just skating across the slot. Very NHL 94 style. Oh, and he's getting a second one here, Jobson. As It's the off-speed backhand wrister, and just like that, it is 3-0 in favor of the Blue Bunnies. They have turned the tide very, very quickly. And so now here is Ark having to make a stop. And my goodness. A chance again. Here is Burrage. He's going to get one for the Steel Washers. So he pulls it back to a 2-goal deficit. And so now the floodgates of scoring have been suddenly opened after we watched for a long time. There was no activity on offense that was going in. But now all of a sudden, my goodness.
I am almost speechless.
I'm almost speechless at this one. But what a save by Kunix. And so he will keep his team alive here with 1:36 left to play in the third period of Game 1. This is a best of 3 for the finals of the league. This is their first season, the inaugural season for EHQML. And by all accounts, it's been a fantastic one. And certainly the games that we have seen here on IBN have been fun to watch and of, yes, a high caliber. But this Blue Bunny team showing us why they were so highly touted, as they just sort of stood on the gas pedal and went from 0 to 60 in a matter of a couple of minutes and put 3 goals on the board. And will that be enough to hold? Here are the Steel Washers coming in. Bure chasing this puck down, and it will be taken away from him. Okash with some room now. See where he goes with this. He's going to take his time. He's got time. 30 seconds now. Stolen, though. Possible chance. Here comes Panda. And Panda's going to feed it in. Oh, he had Bure there. But the pass just a little shy of the blade of the stick. So they're not able to do anything with that in the closing segment of this game. So Game 1 of the finals will go to the Blue Bunnies, and that will put them one game away from the first ever championship. So this is very historic. Each of these teams would love to be the first ever champion, because there'll only be one first ever champion of EHQML. No matter how many there will be, there'll only be one first one. I know that's profound as fuck, isn't it? Okay, here we go. As it looks like the teams are going to be of a similar makeup as far as their lineups go. I don't know if we'll see any substitutions here. But we're going to get right into it. I'm damn happy about that. There was a whole lot of gamesmanship preceding this as to where these games were going to be played. Now that that's settled, thank God, we're actually watching the action and wasting no time making it happen. And wasting no time making saves is Ark, who's already called upon to make a stop before we've even gone half a minute into this game too. So you'll probably see a lot more offensive pressure coming in from the Steel Washers. They're certainly capable of it. They just were running rampant with their offense a few times against a very good Migo team yesterday. And so they have shown that they too have some big guns on O. But yeah, that last game was a little more defensive than we would have expected. But here's a long distance shot and score from Jobson. Woohoo! What a play.
Hell yes.
And so, again, Blue Bunnies are the first to strike here. This Jobson has been quite good in both of these games so far. But we've still got a ways to go in this finals. Will the Steel Washers be able to push it to 3 games? They're going to have their hands full, it looks like. But moving it through, here is Panda. He will use the boards very nicely to work the puck around. But it will go back to Ricky. Finds the corner of the net and just snags one. Wow.
I am quite impressed.
I am quite impressed too, Aila. That was a hell of a shot from Ricky there. And so 2-0. Here come the Steel Washers. He's loose. He shoots. He scores. Bure with the assist from Panda. And they really needed that goal, and he delivered. My goodness.
This is fun to watch.
Yes. As this game, too, a little more lively. The ice seems to be a little more frisky than it was. Going to attribute that to good Zamboni work, I suppose. And here's a chance in front. Whoa, what a defensive play by the Steel Washers to get on that puck quickly, as he had them dead to rights in the slot. And you saw 2 guys coming in on defense to just get in front of that. And that was a big, big defensive play. And that's what they're going to have to do against this Blue Bunny team, who again has the puck just outside the zone, and now it is loose at center ice. Both teams just trying to switch this up to from one side to the other to try to get free and get room enough to get a good look for their passes. As we near the 1-minute mark of the first period here in Game 2. Blue Bunnies took Game 1. It is best of 3. And did Ark see that one coming across? I'm assuming that he did. Either way, not in dangers, but maybe they are now. Here comes Bure. He's got room. He shoots. He scores. And Bure with his second of the game. What a play.
I must agree.
And yes, we saw Bure score a bunch of, he scarred the net with quite a few goals yesterday. And they're loose again. Here's a chance. Oh, but just a swing and a miss as that one goes wide. As I think he was surprised at how open a shot he had there. So 20 seconds now. Will this go to the second intermission still tied? We'll find out. Blue Bunnies with it, trying to move this around. Now down in the corner. I suspect he will just try to clear this. They're not really going to have time to get a shot off. And so, yes, we'll go to the second period tied at 2. So still anybody's game. And the Steel Washers looking a little more confident here in Game 2 so far than they did in Game 1. Actually, it took a while before things started opening up for the Blue Bunnies. And then when it did, wow, it just got crazy. And now they're going to handle this in the steel washer zone. He'll just try to wrist one through. Kunix easily handling that. And he's going to get a beautiful pass here on Panda. Did somebody get a piece of that? I think might very well have, as here is a bouncing puck. A race to get to it. Finally chopped down with the stick. And Ricky will turn and fire. He's going to look for Jobson, who is down low. Will he take this himself? Oh, he tries to send one across there. But again, just the puck deflecting all over the place. And so lots of things happening here already in this second period. And Blue Bunnies with another chance. This one's a little behind the intended receiver on the pass. But stolen. Here's a chance. He's going to leave it and shoot it over the net. They were getting kind of fancy with it there. So thought he might just go ahead and try to send one in. But an unselfish play, leaving it for a teammate. But didn't work out like they wanted it to. And so now here are the steel washers on the other end of the rink. Panda trying to take away from Ark. Grin trying to take it away from Jobson. And he'll just dump it down for Kunix, who will use the boards to carry this over. And look at this one. He's just tried to sneak one through. And that was a good-looking play there. Okaz trying to finish that off. But now moving in the other direction, Ark once again making a big save on the long shot. And my goodness.
This is fun to watch.
Yes, both these teams look very good in this game too. This is what you hope for in a finals. And international play is just a lot of fun. We've seen some great things happen throughout. Once people figure out the ping issues and all that, and that's an ongoing thing. I mean, that's going to be with any kind of online video gaming where people are playing from all around the world. But the good thing is that we're having a lot more international play, and just like the North America-Russia games that have taken place over the past couple of weeks, it is a good opportunity to sort of figure out what works, what doesn't, where are good locations that minimize these ping differences enough to where one team doesn't feel like there's an advantage over another team based on that due to latency. And we're experimenting the best that we can. Here's a long distance shot and save. And Migo is thanking DigitalOcean for providing the London servers. So yes, the London server, a new addition to the worldwide servers. And thanks to Migo Meepo for setting all this up. He's done a lot to not only make this league happen, but also to help facilitate these international play events such as the World Cup. And there is some talk of a okay. There is some talk of an international competition coming up very soon that will be sort of a precursor to the next World Cup. 14 seconds now left in the second period of this one. And this international competition will not necessarily be all the countries that are going to be playing in the World Cup, but it will. They're talking about doing multiple teams from some of the bigger countries, the superpowers of hockey question mark, so to speak. Well, just in the Russian game alone yesterday, we saw at least 2 or 3 different lineups. So they are definitely capable of putting together 3 Russian teams. And so I'm not sure what the format of that will be. Migo's talking about the Australians. Can we get the Aussies in on this? That would be fantastic. But when you start talking about Australia and the oceanic countries, then you're really talking about some ping issues once again. That is a whole nother bucket of nuts there. You start dealing with the oceanic scene. Not to mention the time zones. We're a minute into this third period. Score is 2-2 still. So whoever can get this next goal, this could be very important. And Ark, puck comes to him. He has to make a stop on it. And sent across. This could be a chance. Oh, but he waves at it, and it goes past him. As they had several people on the scene there for the Steel Washers. And he's going to circle and send this back, and the puck loose in the neutral zone. They'll try to flip this to the other end. Here is a chance for the Blue Bunnies. Broken up, Steel Washers. Here they go. Bure working his way around, gets past. He's got room. He's free. This is a chance in front. What a save by Ark as he gets the point-blank stop. But they're going to turn again, fire again, blocked. And so those were some good opportunities for Steel Washers, and they are starting to pick things up tempo-wise on offense here in the closing moments of this game too. Here comes Ricky. All the way from Ukraine down to the far corner there. And back to Ricky. Like we said, we heard that Batman was killed in Ukraine recently, so they don't mess around over there. Here is Grin. And he's looking for the wraparound. It is going to go across the crease. Bure now picking it back up. And they are holding on. And you see Blue Bunnies get into a very tight defensive position around the net. And so they're going to force Grin to go all the way back with this. And he's going to leave it as they set up where they wanted to be on offense here and get the puck back. They're going to at least get this into the Blue Bunnies zone. But it is going to be Jobson coming away with this, at least momentarily. Bure's going to pursue Ark, and he will switch it back over to Jobson, who will look in the low corner for Ricky. And here's Jobson following it in. And we're nearing the 1 minute mark of the second period. Shot! And just wide. And could this one go past regulation? It is entirely possible. And remember that it is a best of 3 here. So if the Blue Bunnies are the ones to get the victory here with their one in the books already from game 1, they will be the champions of EHQML. So they are being very deliberate in setting up something special here on offense. And the long distance shot, he was looking in front. Had somebody there. And here's another one set up, and in the slot, not there again. Held on to, though. 18 seconds. This one, here we go, back at the neutral zone, moving through. It is Panda. We haven't heard as much from Panda. He's going to send it across to Brace. Shot just wide. Oh, a good opportunity there for the Steel Washers. And so indeed, in this game too, we will go to overtime. Wow. Good stuff, good stuff. Yeah, they're just not giving Panda a lot of room here so far. Well, they know that he is a solid scorer, so they're marking him closely. But we will begin our first overtime period. It is golden goal, as they say. And now looking for the wraparound. Here's a good opportunity. Bure shoots, scores! And that is going to sit us to a game 3, a decider, as the Steel Washers quickly, in overtime, as Bure got just enough separation to get loose and bury that one. Or bure that one. Take your pick. But it had to be this way. We always say, it had to be a 3-game finals. My goodness.
Strong play is its own reward.
Yeah, so we're seeing some very strong play from both these teams. And that one, they just gutted that one out as they're able to keep it close and not let the Blue Bunnies pull away from them. And they forced that overtime, which they ended quickly on the goal from Bure. So we'll see how game 3 plays out. And he's saying they're going to take a minute here. So I suppose that we will too. Hopefully they don't decide to go to another server.
Is this the real life? Is this the real life?
And the EHQML finals will stretch to 3 games of best of 3. We watched Blue Bunnies take the first one. We watched the Steel Washers, the dramatic overtime win in the second. And so now, one more game to determine who will be the first ever European Hockey League champions. And so off the draw already, having to make a save there is Kunix. And wow, this puck goes crazy around the boards. And again, looks like the same teams out on the ice. Oh, wait, Draxler has come in for the Blue Bunnies. So there's at least one substitution there. Appears to be the only one. Unless I'm missing one. These guys are moving so quickly. Here is Ark. He will send this all the way back to the other end. Panda's going to have plenty of time to pick this up. Here comes Draxler to try to harass him into getting rid of it, and he does. He's got Grin. A beautiful setup in front, but Bure shoots it wide. And Okaj here now, running into a lot of defensive red shirts. And so he'll turn and burn, set this back up again. And a shot, the score! Oh, what a shot from Okaz. What a play.
I must agree.
Ah, wow. And so the
Have
Blue
mercy.
Bunnies, first on the board again. They have been the first on the board in each of these games. And that was just a good one from Okaz. And now they've got another chance here as the puck ricochets back in front of the net after going behind it. And now he's set up for the one-timer, and it was blocked. And I don't know, it's starting to look a little choppy for me here. Of course, I am on the other side of the world. I'm not having to play in this game, so hopefully it's okay for you guys. And it's okay for Bure as he gets the quick steal and makes the shot to tie this up. How about that?
Getting it done.
Oh, and a big stop there off the draw from Kunix. He has been really good. Both these goalies have. And he makes a solid effort there in the net to make the stop. Here's another chance as Steelwashers again looking to the slot. Both these teams just, once they're in the corner, they start looking for that. Oh, here's one off the post. He's going to follow it in. Okaz. He had room. There was nobody in the net at the time. Knew he had to take advantage of that. First one just drifting across the line. And the second one is the one that counts. 2-1. And the Blue Bunnies here in the first period are trying to get in position to win it all in this first ever EHQML finals. Oh, Migo will start. Oh, am I supposed to guess what World Cup is going on, the biggest sport in the world? As an American, even I know this. It's cricket. But, I mean, that shit's going to go on for days, so it doesn't really matter. And Jobson getting it done for days. He gets an assist from Draxler. He went 5-hole on him. 3-1. Yeah, we don't follow a lot of cricket here, but... Oh, off the post! The rebound! He tries one side, then another, and Draxler! With a minute left in the first period, the Blue Bunnies have just opened up shop here. A 3-goal lead. Just like that. Wow.
I am quite impressed.
I am too. And they've got another chance here. Off the post. 30 seconds now. This one will be trying to get it through some sticks. And they are fighting for it here. Steelwashers. And they will come away with it grin. They're just having to fight their way out of their own zone. As 10 seconds left. First period. Here's Okaz again. He will get a shot off before time runs out. But he was forced into, with the time running out, not going for the shot he wanted. But he's got several shots he wanted already, and so do his teammates as the Blue Bunnies are up 4-1 going into this second period of Game 3. And this game is the one that decides it. Whoever wins this one, they win it all. So here's one, again off the right post. As Steelwashers just trying to to get sneaky there. And now here's a chance, sneaky in front. He gets around a couple of people. What a save by Kunix! My goodness.
Hockey question mark y'all.
Yes, it has been a fine display of goalie work from both of these teams. As long distance shot from Jobson. His second of the game. He saw that empty net and he just took a whack at it. And it paid off. So 5-1. It is looking good for the Blue Bunnies. Here's Ricky. Shot off the post. So Panda will get this back. And we'll see if he can get his mojo going on the scoring front. We know he can score a lot of goals. But again, here's another chance. And Ricky just caromming off one post then another. That will go in. He gets his first goal of this game. And the Blue Bunnies are up 6-1. How about that?
Oh, my.
Yeah. But, oh, and there's a shot by Panda that goes off the post. A good opportunity. He had some room there. This will be held in the zone by Bure. And he will be looking to make the pass to Panda. And that one wasn't able to settle it down on the stick to get the shot off. And so 3 minutes left in the second period. And the Blue Bunnies are firmly in control right now of this game. But as we have learned in Hockey Question Mark, and really in EHQML, you can't count any of these teams out too quickly. What a save there. And so Steelwashers, plenty of time left on the clock to get some goals, turn this game around. But the puck control, the possession for Blue Bunnies has been very strong. And so they have been able to really prevent them from getting too much going on offense. So the possession game working in the favor of the team in blue. Here's a shot. And it's on the other side now. A collision is going to separate both players from the puck. Jobson takes it, shoots. What a save once again as Kunix again with a big, big stop. And they've managed to, some of those goals came when they just saw him not in the net. But when he is in the net, he is a tough one to get past. So Blue Bunnies stepping it up on D as well, as they are going to push the Steelwashers back out of their zone to try to set things up, and that will give them an opportunity to move things in. Look at the shot there as he spun and fired. That was Ricky on that one, I believe, yes. Jobson will take it now. Oh, and he's got room. What a beautiful pass. And Ricky. Oh, that was a very nice team effort as Jobson with his third assist and a beauty gets it to Ricky, and they make it 7-1. How about that?
Top quality.
Yeah, these guys look good. This is the kind of team we expected to see, just based on their performance throughout the EHQML season, or at least the times that we got to look at them. And the week-to-week statistics tended to show. So Steelwashers, they're going to have to hustle here. 10 seconds left in the second period. They've got one more period to try to reverse their fortunes. But they're going to have to overcome a 6-goal deficit to do so. 7-1 as we go into the third. And the Blue Bunnies taking over here in this game 3. After 2 very, very close games. So we'll see what the third period holds as we get going. And Steelwashers wasting no time trying to get their offense moving as they get it into the zone, but now it will be sent to the other end. Chase down, sent around. This is Panda. He will be looking for Bure on the outlet pass, who's already down there waiting. And this one's broken up before he can get loose. But now back to Bure. He's got a chance, and he's going to take it. He's going to shoot and score. He's got both goals for the Steelwashers here. Grin will get the assist. And so it's not an insurmountable lead, but they are starting to climb the mountain here. 2-7. They cut it from 6-5, the deficit. Now they're trying to do so again. Here they are on the move. And he's got it. He's got to send it through. Oh, man, that was just a tough one to handle as he was ready to receive it on the forehand. Tried to go to the backhand. There's a shot on the other side. Kunig's going to get a piece of this. And he'll just let this one travel across the crease harmlessly. Ricky will pick it up. And here could be a chance, as Bure's going to hold things up and go ahead and dump for the chase. Grin trying to hold this in at the point, but it's going to be Ricky who ends up picking it up. He will take this into the corner and move it around. And the Steelwashers are going to come away with it again. This could be a chance. Oh, he works his way around. He's loose. He's got it on the backhand, and Bure shoots and scores his third of the game. He's got the hat trick. He's got all 3 of his team's goals, and they've got 3 minutes left. And Basevsky says 4 goals we need. And can they get him? Oh, Bure! He's got his 4th there. Nicely done. What a play.
I must agree.
And could the comeback be a thing here? As Bure just single-handedly saying, we are not ready to end this thing just yet, my friends. But time is becoming a crucial factor. There is 2 minutes left on the board. So whatever they do, they're going to have to do it with a quickness. And knowing that, the veteran, Ricky, he's going to slow things down in his own zone. And so he's just going to make it, Grin follow him back and forth back there. And make the pass to Jobson. But, oh, they had a chance there as the puck got away from him. And it gets away from the Steelwashers as well. They will reset in the back. Here is Bure. He will carry it across center ice. And now we're at under a minute and a half. And so, yes, time's starting to tick down on this Steelwasher team as the Blue Bunnies are sensing victory, as they could be very close to being the champions of EHQML. Now sending it up, Jobson, and across. And he's just going to go for some open ice here. Again, Ricky cognizant of the time. But it's stolen. Here's a chance for the Steelwashers. Look at the stick handling. Oh, but it's knocked away as Ark makes a play on it. And will they pick this back up? They do. And chasing it down here. Down to half a minute left. Will he be able to get this? Oh, but they are on him pretty quickly, as you'll start to see the Blue Bunnies work a little bit more defensively. 18 seconds now, and I do believe they have it. Moving it across, and again, just slowing it up, and that's going to run time off the clock and put it in stone. Your winners of EHQML Season 1 are the Blue Bunnies. And they earned it. Steelwashers, a great season. They took them to 3 games here. But the thing about playing a series of games is that, yeah, you start to kind of separate out a little bit, and so, you know, if you can win one game, it's one thing, but winning a series is another. And in that third game, the Blue Bunnies really showed a lot of strength, especially on offense, but also on defense too. They just looked really good. That they were able to shut down a lot of the stuff that the Steelwashers were hoping to do on offense. And Bure managed to get some goals that were really, really good. But Panda, who was just on fire yesterday, they effectively kept him away from the net. And that was probably a big factor there, as they were handling their forwards quite well. But in any case, it's I think it was a wonderful first season. Sign-ups are already starting. Migo says no 2-month break like IPHL. Yeah, I know that if you go to the subreddit r/hockey ? There is a thread about sign-ups for Season 2. They're already happening. And so if you're in the European community and you would like to get involved, I would encourage you to do so. It's a well-run league, and they play just about every weekend, I think, and it's a relatively short season. And I think great things are going to happen for this league coming up, and it's just good to see the games spread. And we've got several Russian leagues, several North American leagues, and now EHQML, and I think they can all be proud of how this first season went. So thanks to Amigo Meepo for setting it all up, for having me into cast. It's a good time. Really enjoyed it. But from all of us here, it's just a blast to cast this game in general. And Aila?
Caller, go ahead.
Yeah, final thoughts? No? Final thoughts?
Thank you, Winters.
Okay.
It was a pleasure to cast with you tonight. And thank you to everyone who watched and all the teams that played. Don't forget to check out the YouTube. Just type in IBN Casting there and you will find all the episodes of Friday Night Hockey and more. Also follow on Twitter at IBN Casting. And Winters can be found on Twitter as well, at Winters with a 1.
That is all very, very true. And this game, like I said, will be up on that YouTube later on today. We'll get it uploaded for you so you can relive the glory and the magic. In the meantime, you can check out the yes, in this case, the final thoughts are just ad messages. Yes. Oh man, yeah. I don't know. There are things that that the digital waifu can say that are a little bit more in depth, but those are for another time. Just like the thoughts on the Blue Bunny. But the Blue Bunnies themselves are your EHQML champions, and it was a pleasure. And from all of us here at the Independent Broadcast Network, we thank you for watching, and we will see you next time. Have a great rest of your weekend, however much weekend you have left, and check this out on YouTube. Follow the stream and follow the YouTube and follow all that shit. I mean, yeah, that's part of it. We are a niche group, but we appreciate each and every one of our followers, of everybody who spanks those buttons, and keep doing so. It means a lot. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next time.